Hey ladies, so tonight I'm making healthy chicken tenders, and here's the recipe. It calls for 4 boneless chicken breasts, 1 1/4 cup of almond flour, 1 1/4 cup of shredded unsweetened dried coconut, a teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of sea salt, and 3 eggs beaten lightly. And I've got the oven on bake for 400 degrees. And this is the mixture of all the dry ingredients. Here's the eggs. I take my chicken breasts, and depending how large they are, these were actually not really big, so I just cut them in half. But you just take a piece of chicken, you put it in the egg mixture, then you put it in the dry mixture. I like to cover it up. This little mixture is so freaking good. Like, Craig and I love this recipe. So, and this is probably something your kids would like. And sometimes I really crunch up the coconut and make it smaller. I left it kind of in bigger bits this time. And then put it on some parchment paper. And you just repeat, and you keep doing this until all of your, all of your chicken is coated. And guys, I used to be a horrible cook. Horrible. The only thing I could ever make was spaghetti, which I think is like everybody's classic. If you don't know how to cook, everybody knows how to make spaghetti. The boxed macaroni and cheese, and rotel, cheese dip, basically. Those were the only thing I knew how to cook. And so, you know, you got to Google it. I used to have to Google how to boil eggs. You know, basic stuff. Or if you're reading a recipe and you're like, I don't know what that means. What does it mean, al dente? Like, I had to Google it because I didn't know what it was. There's no shame in that by any means. And then there's certain things on Instagram, people I follow. I found women who are groups that post recipes that are very few ingredients and really simple. Because if it's got too much stuff in it, to me, that's too complicated. I'm not going to do it. So I look for people that have a style like I do. I don't want it to be complicated. I want it to be easy. If it's got a lot of complicated ingredients or steps to it, and the recipe is like a page and a half, that intimidates me, and rarely will I ever do it. So I like to keep it simple. I got this recipe and a lot of others, Living Lean with Erin. She does really good, simple, most of them are paleo type recipes. I like to follow a lot of paleo recipes and like the Whole30. There's a bunch of just people, if you follow them, they always feature special cooks. You just look for it, find someone that has a style like you like, and kind of a method like I really agree and like paleo style eating recipes. So I tend to lean more towards that because I like my meat, I like butter, and it does well with our bodies. So you just lay all these out, and I'm going to pop them in the oven and let them cook for 18 to 20 minutes, and then they're done. And I'm going to take some, I hate cabbage. I've never eaten it my entire life. But I get some purple cabbage and I shred it with a big old knife. Just shred it into tiny little shreds. And normally I take sweet potato hash, which is really simple. I take, like a cheese grater. So you gotta watch your knuckles because you'll skin yourself. But I grate sweet potatoes and put that on the stove with, you can do coconut oil, you can do bacon grease, you can do butter. And I will take the shredded cabbage and put sweet potato on top of it, and then this as a side. So freaking good. And I actually eat cabbage that way. So that is what is for dinner tonight. I'll show you the final finale when it's done, but I hope that you find this helpful.